Hello. Today I will tell about the tradition. What is tradition in schools of martial arts? And who needs it? A characteristic feature of Eastern schools of martial arts, which distinguishes them from sports, is tradition. The teacher represents the tradition of the school. Passing on the tradition requires the presence of a disciple. Similarly, the tradition once began. A teacher became a teacher without having a teacher. This means that the tradition itself only needs a teacher. The presence of a disciple is also necessary for the transmission of the tradition. Tradition is necessary for the transmission of methods of self-knowledge. Imagine the first person in human history. Who recognized herself? Who answered 3 sacred questions for herself? Who am I? What is the universe? God. What is emptiness? This experience cannot be expressed in words. Therefore, the teacher invented a methodology to prepare the disciple to search for these truths independently. As many of you know, the Wing Chun Kung Fu School has its roots in a Shaolin Buddhist monastery, in which Chan Buddhism was practiced. In essence, the goals and results of the meditation methods in the Wing Chun Kung Fu School are no different from the methods of monastic meditation. Man is the same. Psyche is the same. Physiology is the same. Body is the same. It makes no sense to compare meditation techniques in a monastery and in secular schools of martial arts. They are created for different conditions of practice. Do traditions in schools change, or are they unchanging? After all, they change as time passes, people change, people's living conditions change. Similarly, traditions also change. It is not a problem. Who needs tradition at school? Teacher or disciple? Why tradition for a teacher if he himself is the tradition of the school? All his interactions with other people are a tradition. The tradition is only necessary for students who aim to achieve mastery in meditation, Kung Fu, and Qigong. Tradition is the most valuable asset of every school. That is why tradition is so carefully guarded, preserved, and passed on. Does it make sense to practice Wing Chun Kung Fu without being in the school tradition? You can practice like this. Each person who comes to study Wing Chun Kuen Pai has his own goals. which he sets for himself. Therefore, everything depends on the goals of the person. What does the tradition in the Wing Chun Kuen Pai school give? Tradition provides an opportunity to fully reveal one's potential. I believe that the criterion of mastery is the ability to control one's body, one's physiology, and one's psyche. If a person does not practice meditation, he cannot fully reveal the potential of his Kung Fu. And Qigong practice. Is it possible to lose tradition? Can a school lose its tradition? It is impossible to lose a tradition, because a man always remains a man. And how once the first teacher became a teacher without having a teacher. It is also possible at other times. Some schools do not have meditation practice in their curriculum. What does it mean? This means that someone will have to initiate it in these schools. What will happen if the tradition is not passed on in full? Nothing special. Only the experience of the last generations of teachers will be lost. But how once the first person became a teacher without having a teacher? In the same way, the tradition can be restored. Tradition does not belong to race or school or any other dividing factor. Just like the practices that you know in schools were invented once upon a time. Kung Fu techniques, Qigong techniques. It is also possible to invent them again and again. Meditation practice is the source of all other practices. The practice of meditation allows you to get answers to all the questions that a person may ask himself. The practice of meditation has never been mandatory in schools of traditional martial arts. Because at different times people came with different goals. The practice of meditation in the Wing Chun Kuen Pai school is both the most difficult and the simplest of practices. Not everyone needs meditation practice. You need to mature for her.